Good morning and welcome to yet another edition of our program, NAGAFF Cargo Watch, on this frequency 97.7 FM. As usual, we shall be keeping you abreast with the recent development in the maritime industry and thereafter our interactive segment, where we shall be looking at the importance of education in the maritime business. I am Ruth Sunday, your regular host. Just sit tight. Please don't go away.
Your trusted gateway to the world. At Clarion Shipping, we clear, deliver, and handle your import and export with speed, expertise, and unbeatable rates. Smooth processes, flexible charges, right on schedule. We operate from Lekki Deep Sea Port, Apapa, Tinkan, One, Calabar, Cotonou, Lome, Ghana, and Cameroon, with offices in Nigeria and China. Call us today in Nigeria on +234 810 449 1289 or email info@cswald.com. And in China on +861 896 314 6688 or email robin0909-2025 at Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited. We move your world one shipment at a time.
Welcome back. And now the news bits. Clarion Shipping West African Limited has launched Nigeria's first indigenous direct shipping service between China and Nigeria, offering importers cost-saving incentives such as no container deposits, 21 days of free demurrage, and freight discounts of $500 and $300 on 40-foot and 20-foot containers, respectively. Speaking at a stakeholders engagement in Lagos on Wednesday, the Vice President of Clarion Shipping West Africa, Mrs. Bernardine Eloka, described the service as a milestone in the country's maritime history. She explained that one of the most significant benefits for Nigerian importers is the removal of the container deposits, a long-standing requirement that ties down traders' capital. In addition, the new service grants a 21-day free demurrage period, giving importers more time to clear goods without incurring heavy storage charges. To further ease costs, Clarion Shipping announced a freight discount of $500 on every 40-foot container and $300 on every 20-foot container shipped under its direct service. Eloka said these measures are designed to make Nigerian cargo more affordable and globally competitive, while also encouraging importers and exporters to support the indigenous shipping line. Clarence Service will establish a direct shipping link between Nigeria and key Chinese ports, including Guangdong, Yiwu, Nanshan, Shanghai, and Ningbo, by eliminating transshipment delays at foreign hubs. The company aims to create a faster and more reliable supply chain. This development is expected to strengthen Nigeria's position in international trade while improving timeliness and competitiveness for local businesses. Beyond operational reforms, Clarion reaffirmed its commitment to collaborate with clearing agents rather than compete with them. The company emphasized its partnership with the National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAFF, as part of its strategy to work closely with industry stakeholders. Weekly sellings have been guaranteed, offering consistency and confidence to importers and freight forwarders. Similarly, the founder of National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders, NAGAFF, Dr. Boniface Anebunam, placed the breakthrough within the broader context of Nigeria's maritime history. He recalled the collapse of the Nigerian National Shipping Line, NNSL, and the failure of past ship acquisition funds, stressing that Clarion's accomplishment addresses a long-standing gap that left foreign operators dominating containerized shipping. He urged federal freight forwarders across the country to support Clarion as a way of reinforcing indigenous capacity. Other stakeholders, including leaders from the Safe Nigerian Freight Forwarders Coalition and the Africa Professional Freight Forwarders and Logistics of Nigeria, AFLON, praised Clarion's initiative as unmatched in Nigeria's maritime sector. They called on government to recognize this historic achievement as a catalyst for economic growth and a new dawn for indigenous operators in the nation's shipping industry. Speaking at a trade fair complex, the president of Balogun Business Association, BBA, Chief Oscar Paul Odogun, appealed to members of his association to embrace Clarion's shipping services. The regional manager, Solomon Ogudu, explained that the new vessel is designed for both local and international operations, encouraging traders to reach out for more details about these capabilities. The managing director of Luminous Limited, who is also a partner of the Clarion Shipping, Mohammed Mustafa, noted that the collaboration with BBA is vital to sustaining the businesses. In a related remark, a strategic partner of Clarion Shipping, Alaji Ahmed, described the launch as historic.
The Customs Area Controller of Tinkan Island Command, Controller Frank Oyeka, has congratulated officers of the command who were recently promoted to various ranks and urged them to remain committed in national service, uphold integrity, and show gratitude for their achievements. Controller Oyeka, who made this statement during the decoration ceremony held at the command on Wednesday, noted that promotions were a clear indication that the hard work and contributions of officers were recognized by the Controller General of Customs and Customs hierarchy. He highlighted the command's recent revenue performance, disclosing that Tinkan Customs generated an unprecedented 159 billion naira in August 2025, attributing it to a collective achievement of officers and stakeholders. He praised the Controller General of Customs for ensuring that a large percentage of officers who sat for promotion examinations were elevated. A total of 187 officers were promoted in the command, a testament to the good, cordial working relationship between the controller and his officers. Among those promoted includes the command's image maker, Oscar Ivara, who was promoted and decorated with the rank of Chief Superintendent of Customs.
The Nigeria Customs Service Western Marine Command says it has stepped up its operational capacity with improved security architecture, welfare facilities, and strategic seizures worth over 582 million naira within the last 5 months. Speaking at a press briefing in Apapa on Thursday, the Customs Area Controller of the Command, Controller Patrick Mpadi, said the developments reflected services' renewed drive to safeguard Nigeria's maritime domain in line with the mandate of the Comptroller General of Customs, Bashir Adewale Adeni. Comptroller Tadi disclosed that the command had carried out a successful evacuation exercise to reclaim an area outside its perimeter fence that had long been taken over by hoodlums. He added that a newly built security post now serves as the first line of defense at the command's care. The command also refurbished two patrol vehicles, while welfare improvements such as a modern canteen and a new toilet facilities were provided to boost staff morale. And you're welcome to our interactive segment of this program. Today, we'll be considering the topic education in the maritime business. How important is it? What NAGAFF Academy is doing to actualize this? Why is it important? How does education impact their services? The registrar of National Association of Government Approved Freight Forwarders Academy, forwarder Francis Omotosho, is online to discuss this and many others. Let's get hooked on to Registrar Francis Omotosho to get the details of this topic. It does appear Francis Omotosho is maybe having some network issue. As soon as it clears, I'm sure he will be able to get in. But in the moment, let's look at the importance of education, even as we have and highlighted it some minutes ago. How does education impact on the services of freight forwarders in the industry? Is it really important? Some consider it as very, very important in order to meet the demands of these of the business now. So, Fabian, what do you have to say about this? Is it really important for these freight forwarders, especially founder of NAGAFF would say, the young freight forwarders coming up, they need capacity building. They need to be trained so that they will get to know the rudiments of the business and how to go about it. So, what's your own take on this?
Education is key in any everything we do in life. Education is key. Without education, we're not going to record a milestone. And then, if you look at the curriculums in universities and polytechnics, there is none that focus on freight forwarding in particular. Is piecemeals from here and there. You find some in economics, you find some in logistics, you find some in transport management, just piecemeals here and there. So, to that extent, it's a great service to the industry when NAGAF established their academy. Now, what will this academy do? If you are a freight forwarder, in the academy, you will now be taught how to interface with customs. You will know customs rules and regulations. You know what is required. You know what you're supposed to do as a freight forwarder, how you clear your goods, how you arrange for those goods that you cleared or that comes through you to reach the owner's warehouse for effective this thing. But without an academy like NAGAF, there is no school, there is no curriculum that will be given this in totality. So to that extent, it is good. And like you said, the founder will say, oh, the new guys, just not the new guys who are coming into the profession. Even the old ones need training and retraining. So no matter how educated you are, you still need to be retrained because there are developments every now and then. The old school freight forwarders, they don't know how to interface with the system, with computers very well. Because during the time they went to school, there were no computers. So the computer they are used to is their phone. And what you do with your phone is also limited. So those old ones too need to be brought together and be taught how to do some online transactions that they are not used to. So the academy is good for both the old and the new.
Yes, especially with the introduction of Biodogo.
Yes.
Now, the era of carrying papers from bill leading from one office to the other, trying to, get in touch with the customs officers to track the cargoes coming from the point of origin down to the point of destination. So that era is phasing off. So what you're saying is very, very imperative that they update their knowledge in order to meet with the demand of the season.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know now, the era of paperwork is going over. It's going into extinction. So we are now moving to the era where in the comfort of your office or your house, you do your bookings, you do everything on the system, you passed it.
Exactly.
It gets to the custom portals, you begin to move from one desk to the other, everything online. Your ship arrive, everything is done online. So even from the comfort of your office, you can monitor the movement of your ship down till when it bets. And you follow up and you do things. So that era where you must go and knock at one chief superintendent office is gone. Where you must go and meet one assistant controller is gone. Except where you have serious queries to answer. Otherwise, you don't even need to see anybody to clear your goods anymore. You do everything online. And so if you are still part of that old school freight forwarder, you now need to update. You must be conversant with technology. And so once you do all these things, the issues of corruptions we hear here and there will be greatly minimized. So I think what custom is trying to do in excellence is to ensure that human interaction is greatly minimized. And so you can clear your goods, you can do everything from the comfort of your office. which is good for the system.
Okay, let's look at the statement. It said it is true that education is crucial for developing a skilled workforce.
Yeah,
For developing a what?
the
A skilled
skilled
workforce that can navigate complex,
Yeah,
heavily regulated global trade, ensuring safety, environmental responsibility, and efficiency through specialized training. In other words, it's very, very important. This academy is offering a specialized training
yeah,
in regards to freight forwarding, regards to clearance of goods, all about logistics supply.
sure.
All right. It says also, including hands-on experience and continuous learning.
There's no end to learning.
There's no end. Just like you said, it's not just for the young freight forwarders. Even the old ones need to update their knowledge.
They do.
Okay. It says it also provides the foundational knowledge and adaptive skills required to meet industry advancements.
You know, the maritime industry is a global business. Date your knowledge, your skills, and everything you'll be left behind.
Mm,
Nobody's going to drag you along.
mm,
You are the one who will run and catch up.
mm.
And so, if you look at it, you will now find that this education we talk about, it's not just about going to classrooms alone. You learn on the job. There are most of the things we do on the job today, we didn't learn all in the classrooms.
Mm.
What you were taught in classrooms, there are theories that when you come, you begin to apply. Some you need your common sense that is not really common to do it.
And we'll put the concept.
And then you also need to rely on the experience of those who were there before you, because you cannot buy experience. So what do? You keep upscaling yourself.
Mm.
So at this point, our listeners at home, you can reach us on 0700 7977 0700 7977. You can also call us on 091 625 71214. 091 625 71214. The lines are open now for you to call in and ask questions or make your contributions.
Okay, like you were saying before, it's not only this education we are talking about. It's not only for the freight forwarders.
No.
There are other stakeholders in the industry.
Yes.
What we are saying is that NAGAFF Academy's door is quite open for other stakeholders in the industry, and including the journalists, because we really need to know the rudiments of this business, as to be able to have a proper reportage.
Yes.
Do you understand me?
I
So
agree
we
with
need
you.
to upgrade also. Journalists in the maritime industry also needs to upgrade. So there's nothing wrong in them finding their feet at the NAGAF Academy for further, upgrading of their knowledge about the industry.
Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Okay.
Because even if you have been reporting the maritime industry in the last 10 years,
And if
there is anything like that,
and even if you have obtained your certificate
yes,
in other disciplines,
you still
now that you are in the industry,
now that you are in industry,
yes, there's
okay,
need
fine.
for you.
If you don't upgrade, how do you know Biodogu? How do you know how Biodogu will work if you don't upgrade upgrade yourself?
Mm-hmm.
Every now and then they are rejigging the customs law.
That's right.
CRFFN Act and all these things. So you need to update yourself. There are younger journalists coming into the sector. What do they know about the operations of the customs law, all this is we're talking about? So these are things that we need. Yes, the journalists may not go and do the entire diploma course in NAGAFF Academy. But that's also is to say that the registrar of NAGAFF Academy also has a duty to do. Okay. He has to sit down, map out topics, courses that will suit the specific players in the
Players.
industry. So when he designs the one that will suit journalists, you market it to them, and they will come and obtain.
Exactly.
That is the way to go.
Also, there has to be a lot of
Yes.
sensitization
Yes,
and
there must
enlightenment
be
towards that
synergy.
effect.
There must be synergy
Yes,
amongst
and
all.
also that this is where also the CRFFN comes in, being the regulatory body, and one of their main focus is on training.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm sure that they are partnering
You
with
know, I like,
NAGAFF
you know,
Academy.
yes. Sorry to
To
cut you off. You
all
know, I
right.
like what the CRFFN is doing,
Okay.
because it's not just training. CRFFN is taking the training to the doorsteps of the stakeholders, and it's segmenting it. If you're a customs agent, you have your own training for you. If you are a professional freight forwarder, it has your own training for you. If you're a clearing person, bringing it down to you, not waiting for you to come to meet them. No, it brings it to your office, train you in your office, and so that is for me, that's one of the best thing to have happened in the industry in recent times.
And I want to say here, meeting the industry advancements, like he gave some instances. He said, such as digitalization. You've forgotten that CRFFN had a program on this digitalization and automation and new technologies, thereby fostering innovation and competitive advantage for individuals and organizations. So this is what it's all about. The education, what we are saying, is very, very important for everybody in the industry, whether you're a freight forwarder, whether you are an agent, whether you're a journalist, whatever you are in industry, you need to upgrade. You need to obtain certain information that will help you to, perform better. That's what we are saying this morning. So we have agreed here in the studio that we also, including me, that we need this education. We need it. And the door of the NAGAFF Academy is quite open. And like Fabian said, the registrar of NAGAFF Academy has a lot to do. He has quite a lot to do now. Even now that the school is on, it is expected that people can, make use of this privilege to get registered and then get trained and obtain your certificates. It's very unfortunate that we're not able to meet with him or speak with him this morning. I'm sure if he had been here or if he had spoken to us, he would have told us the disciplines, what they offer, and how people can go about it, the certificates to be obtained, at the end of the day, and whether it has obtained is accreditation by MBTE. All these are other questions that are left for him to answer, to brief our audience about the state of NAGAFF Academy. Thank you for having time to listen to us this morning. Next Friday, it will be another beautiful day. I'm not going to tell you what the topic is going to be all about. From Fabian.
Yes, I'll say do have a pleasant weekend.
Harry, as usual, who has been helping.
Have a good weekend.
And Rani.
Have an awesome weekend.
From me, Ruth Sunday, is God bless you till we meet next Friday.
Wetin you dey find for Sokoto don land inside your Sokoto. Clarion Shipping West Africa Limited don land o. This one so dey relocate to the world. For Clarion Shipping, we dey clear, we dey deliver, even sell. We go handle your import and export dem sharp sharp. E never finish o. Our charges nko na shekel money, including say we even fit change charges wey go suit you. My people, before your speed go dry for ground, we don deliver. We dey operate for Lekki Port, Apapa Port, Tinkan Island Port, Onne, Calabar, plus including Cotonou, Lome, Ghana, and Cameroon. Our office in Nigeria and China. Make you green us on top 081 044 91289. Our email na info@cswald.com. And if you want call with China number, na +861 896 314 6688. Tabi email us on top robin0909-2025 @qq.com. We dey move your world, one shipment at a time.